welcome back to High Stakes Trading. I'm your host Dave Coper. So we are continuing in the welcome week here, and today we're going to be talking all about the outline of the course to give you some familiarity with the information and how it's going to be delivered. Okay, so this is a broad view of the weeks here. So we're going to start with framework, then understanding, then wormholes, then Zen, then science, then electrification, and then battle armor. And I'm going to give you the topics of each of these weeks right now so you know what to expect. Okay? So the big idea in this outline is to follow along in order for the greatest effect. I know I said that once before, but repetition is the mother of skill. Okay? So week one is framework, and I'm going to give you a completely new framework to think about your life and what you do and how you do it. And first, we're going to talk about faith, because nothing's going to happen if you don't have faith that you can do it, and you need to believe in yourself that you can do it. Then we're going to talk about mindset, and there's a particular mindset that's best for any situation, and you can really apply this in any position that you're in. It doesn't matter. It spans all positions. And similar is focus and attitude. It kind of goes in line with mindset, but that builds the framework for week one. Week two is understanding, and we're going to talk a lot about financial accounting, and it's not the sexiest subject, but I'm going to try and make it a little entertaining for you. Basically, I paid a lot of money for a few classes at Harvard Business School, and one was financial accounting, and it was lumped with business analytics and economics for managers, and it was a great course, highly recommended. I'm going to talk about it all in accounting. And then we're going to get into equity, which is basically what equity is in terms of a company. Okay, and there's a balance in the market with equity that I'm going to share in that day. Then we're going to touch on currencies, because those are the underlying values of the equities. So that it's kind of all tied to this broad understanding of what business is and how it operates. And then we're going to get into the stock market, which is super cool. That's going to be really fun, and I'm passionate about it. I love talking about it as well. So I think you're going to love that. Week three, we're going to get into wormholes, and we're going to start with models, because you really want to focus on your model first. And it could be as simple as taking somebody's already proven model, and we'll get into that. And then plans, I'm going to give you a great plan template, and this works in all industries, and it's really going to put you well above everybody else just having this plan template. Then we're going to get into some of the systems that businesses use to accelerate their growth and really put them light years ahead of their competition, which is kind of the idea of this wormholes week. Okay, I'm trying to accelerate things for you. Think of it as a time machine going into the future. Okay, these are just things. These are just tools that you can use to get way ahead of your competition. And the last is checklists. I'm a big believer in checklists. So is my entire Inflection Point team. We use checklists all the time for everything. Checklists save lives, and I'm going to get into specific examples of how checklists save lives, so you know that nothing's going to go wrong when you try and accelerate things. Okay, so that's week three, wormholes. Week four is Zen. We're going to be talking all about meditation, visualization, things how they happen in the moment, and then poise. Okay, the calmest one in the room is always thinking the clearest, and there's a certain way to go about your business operations, and you shouldn't be trying to put out fires. I see this all the time. People get this wrong all the time. Okay, you want to act with confidence and conviction. You don't want to be changing your mind all the time, okay? Focus on how you can get certain about your decisions. And then monitoring is just the last thing in Zen, and we'll talk about that a little more in that week. Week 5 is science. This is by far my favorite week, and it's coming to a great point here where we have awesome data for the entire year, and I'm gonna take you through all the data and even some of the back testing that we did on the data. But it started with the scientific method where I developed a theory, and then I proved in the market the theory that I was speculating on, and we draw conclusions based on this market data that we collected this year. And lastly, you want to document everything so that you have the proof ready to go to show people. Without the documentation, it's not really a business. It's kind of worthless to someone else. But if you carefully and meticulously document every step of the way, now all of a sudden you have something scalable and duplicatable by others, not just you, and you can teach this to others as well. Okay, so super cool stuff in week 5. And lastly, I'm going to teach you how to power up, turn everything on, and start actually executing in the market if that's what you want to do and that's in line with your goals and expectations. Okay, I don't want to force this on anybody, but here are the things that you're going to need if you want to start off without a hitch, basically. Okay, you want a pro forma, which is everything you need to get started with this. And then you want to focus on your reasons. And this is really important that we get into the emotional aspect of it, because this is often overlooked. And it's these reasons that's really going to keep you going through the hard times, okay? You're going to get tested, there's going to be hard times, but it's going to be these reasons why you're not going to give up and you're going to keep going. And that transitions right into persistence. And then performance, we're going to talk about some of the key performance metrics and indicators that you're going to want to follow if you're trying to do this trading in the market. Or you can also use key performance indicators in other businesses as well. You ideally want to be using the key performance indicators that are going to move the needle for you in your business. Okay, so that's week 6, electrification. And then battle armors is kind of the bonus week. Okay, we're going to give you some world-class management strategies, the best sources in the world that we were able to find, and then we're going to talk about your character, designing your ideal character down to every single little feature in your life, and you really want to get very specific with these details. And this is sort of like your 10-year future, if you can think out that far, the person that you want to become, and we're going to design that person and think of what that person does. Okay, super cool stuff. And lastly, I'm going to finish with some people from my team and some affiliates that I have and some great businesses that I found along the way that I just want to share with you as well. And that'll conclude the course, and I look forward to speaking with you on the exit interview. Okay, the action item for today is to schedule your 15-minute exit interview with me, and you want to really be 30 to 60 days out, and you can schedule it right at this link here. So it only has to be 15 minutes. If you want to talk to me for longer, if you think we have more to talk about than that, then you can go ahead and schedule a 30-minute or 45-minute call. I think I might have those available as well. Okay, so that's it for outline today, and I will see you tomorrow.